everyone, it's Joe. I'm the Kosher Ninja and we're on my Sukkot adventure to Algonquin Provincial Park. This is Ontario's famous provincial park. It's up in the north of Ontario, and if you look at any map of Ontario, or probably not on Canada, it might be too small, but any map of Ontario for sure will show the distinctive shape of Algonquin Park. And it's up about, and we say it's Northern Ontario, but it's not really Northern Ontario because there's a lot more of Ontario further north than here. But anyways, so we're here for a week and we're gonna see what we can find interesting to do here. There's a lot of hiking trails. There's even backcountry trails that you can do, but we're not going to be doing those this time. We're going to car camp and then do some day hikes. And as you can see, the colors are still pretty nice. There's a lot of yellows and browns and oranges, but the reds are gone and a lot of the leaves have fallen, unfortunately. So, but I knew that this is the time that I come camping, and I do sometimes, it sometimes ends up a week earlier because of the timing of Sukkot. So it sometimes ends up the end of September, which is really the perfect time to come up here. So we're a little bit late this year, unfortunately, but maybe another time. For now, we're just gonna have to make do. It's raining and it's freezing, and I need to go find my campsite and set up my tent before it gets dark and before I get soaked to the bone. And so we'll see you there. Hey, good morning, guys. Okay, so I wasn't able to show you my site last night because I was too busy babysitting my fire that I finally managed to get going. The wood here is really crazy bad. It's so wet, and you're not allowed to bring your own firewood. So there are some places around the park that you can get nearby that you can get some better firewood, which I'm off to do now, but just wanted to show you my site. So I have over there my picnic table, and I am leaving stuff behind, but there's nothing smelly in there because this is bear country. So there's nothing smelly in there. Well, smelly for sure. It smells like campfire and whatever, but there's no food, no toothpaste. I even checked to make sure I didn't have any citronella in there because we don't want to attract any bears to my campsite. But it's got things like my setup stuff, like my tarps and my axe and my mallet and yeah, just stuff that I need to get my campsite set up. And so it can stay here and I don't need to lock it up in my car for the night or when I go away. And that's my picnic table. That tarp is hiding my wet firewood, although I think that lot of firewood, I bought 2 bags. That bag, which I should have used first, I think is actually drier than the one I used last night. So hopefully we'll find out tonight, but I will have some better wood as well. So not happy about that. I realized afterwards I picked the wrong bag. Anyways, so that is my fire pit, and I'm going to show you something. If you can see that, paper towel, Kleenex, chewed up by a chipmunk that somehow got into my car last night. Yes, I know better than... Okay, I locked my car doors for bears because they actually can open your doors if they're not locked. So I locked my car doors for bears, but I forgot to close my vents for chipmunks. So I got a chipmunk in there. He even got into one of my buns. But he took a bite and he didn't like it too much because it was multigrain, I guess. So he left it for me. Great! Thanks! I've set up a tarp over there because it rained yesterday. So tomorrow and the next day when it rains again, I'll have a place to sit and not be rained on. I do have a kitchen tent that I would normally put up over the picnic table, but it's too much work. And there's no bugs out, so I'm just like, can't be bothered. And yeah, so there is my tent and my car because we are car camping. And for those of you who don't know what car camping does not mean you're camping in your car. It means that it's a campsite where you drive your car into the campsite. You don't have to walk into the campsite. And then you just park there. You have all your stuff with you, and you set up your tent, and you're good to go. So now I'm going to go find me a way to figure out if that chipmunk is still in my car, and I'm going to go find me some dry firewood. So today is going to be a bit more of a setup day. Because the even the tarp and everything, it was just raining so bad yesterday that I left all the wood in my car. I didn't. All I could do was keep my fire burning to keep me warm after I had set up my tent. So it was kind of crazy last night. And then I did eat a couple of buns and some cheese, because I didn't have any energy or any wherewithal to actually cook anything last night because of that whole fire drama. Speaking of fire dramas, this morning I was boiling water, and I have an MSR pocket rocket, and then I have like the MSR pot / cup that goes with it, and it has like this rubber thing around it so that you can handle it without burning your fingers. Well, somehow that rubber thing, first I made the mistake of not turning the stove off when I took the pot off the stove, but somehow the rubber thing had slid down from the pot and caught fire in my stove. So I learned my lesson. Always turn the stove off before you take the pot off. And I'm still not quite sure why it slid down. Don't know. But we'll have to figure that out. Fortunately, I did manage to stop the forest fire from starting. So that was good. And so that's all the excitement so far. And I'm going to go into town and find me some firewood. And then once we've got all that set up, then maybe we'll go find a nice short hike for the afternoon. And then tomorrow and Wednesday it's supposed to rain. So I'm not sure what we're going to do about hiking over the next couple days. Let's just cross our fingers and hope that it doesn't rain. All right? Okay, see you in a bit. Hey again, everyone. So as you can see, the sun is shining today. That is the sun, believe it or not, up there. So as you can see in that panorama I just gave of you, this is Lake of Two Rivers, and there's not much color left. There's a little bit of orange and yellow, and then there's still some green left from the pines and the other evergreens, but for the most part, a lot of the leaves have fallen. So really the best time to visit Algonquin is generally the end of September, sort of late mid to end of September. That's usually when the best colors are. Just a pro tip there. And so this is, like I said, Lake of Two Rivers picnic area. It's been raining so much that whole hill on the way down to get down to the beach here is like one big gigantic swamp. But it's just gorgeous out here. The sun is shining. It's cold otherwise a little bit, but the sun just warms everything up. It's beautiful. And this is great.